Game number 1, the Nations Cup continues. Turkey going up against the Czech Republic, ladies and gentlemen. First game, Towers of Doom, best of 3 series, obviously, the group stage. It's the first group stage appearance for both of the teams. And I have no clue what to expect here, like literally none. So it's going to be a bit exciting. As I said in the previous series as well, and I want to highlight it once more, if you're interested in the live stream schedule for the event and want to try and catch maybe something live, or you want to have additional information, you want to see which teams are in which group, you can go to Khaldor.tv. Website has been set up last week. I'm pretty happy that we have it finally. So a central hub for everybody that wants to have more information around not only myself, but also all the esports activity that we're pulling off there. You can check that out, and all that information is going to be ready there. So yeah, with that, Khaldor.tv if you're interested. As the game starts, we have Anna banned out, and Jojo gets banned too. Alright, Towers of Doom. We have a lot of Towers of Doom actually today between the teams here. Now, as I said, I don't really know what to expect between the two teams. I just know that Turkey is most likely heading into this as a bit of an underdog. They were talking about how they're really happy that they could set up an entire team for themselves here. So Alarak gets banned. Ban pattern's pretty similar in a lot of these games now. But let's see what the Czech are pulling off here. I have to admit that I'm personally very happy that one of the players is called Kenny. And I really hope that the Turkish boys there are going to get a couple of kills in. It's like, it might be a bit juvenile, but I really can't help myself here. Dragon with the Abathar pick, me likey. So, what do we get with that? A Tracer, a Zeratul, a Samuro? Like, what kind of paths did they go down with this? The Hakan Tyrande get picked. Interesting to see Tyrande on such a high priority, considering that ever since Celestial Attunement was switched over to level 16, she has seen a lot less play. But yeah, I'm a little bit hyped for this one now. Okay, so the red team. What are we gonna get with Abathar? That's the biggest question here right now. Melganis on Rhaegar. Okay, nothing insane yet. I want to see what they go for the Abathar copy. I mean, there's so many different variations of what you can do. You can go into Jaina, you can go into Rhaegar, you can try into Greyman. Apologies. You can try and play with Zeratul, with Tracer. You can try and cheese a little bit with Samuro. There's a lot of variations with this one right now. So yeah, on the other side, top right, top left, the ban. Okay, Li Ming. Literally the last hero that banned here. I would have banned anything that is insane with Abathar, and Li Ming just doesn't really figure into that for me. Jaina does more with that. Okay, there's the Greymane pick, and they have Muradin. Alright, Muradin Tyrande. Look at that. Yeah, trying to go into a bit of a blow-up setup, apparently. Okay, then again, where's my Abathar synergy? Cheese or not to cheese? That's pretty much the question here. AKA Samuro or no Samuro. Samuro Abathar is insane. Can be incredibly powerful, and structures are just doomed whenever that combo approaches. Jaina and Kerrigan! Nick brought Kerrigan into the meta again. And let's go. And Sylvanas on the other side. Okay. We're ready and good to go. Game number 1 between Turkey and the Czech Republic at the Nations Cup, the Nexus contest. Let's jump straight into the first map of the best of 3 series. Game number 1. Merhaba, ladies and gentlemen, as Turkey on the left side starts in blue with Melandio on Greymane, Akriloth on Dehaka, we have Razi on Sylvanas, Todlaze on Tyrande, and Beer Rage. Yeah, I was in a Beer Rage once or twice in my life too. Just spelled it a little bit differently. Yeah, but again, he's on Muradin. On the right side, the Czech Republic with Dragon on Abathar, Kenny on Melganis, Ritzmix on Jaina, Reset on Kerrigan, I always thought he was Korean, and Mador on Rhaegar. Make Kerrigan carry again. Let's go. Can Kerrigan carry again? That's the big question here, but she's gonna try and carry again because she's Kerrigan. So, Muradin already with a Stormbolt straight into the perfect storm here. Bam. Number 1 for the stacks. And here's the combo. And Beer Rage jumps out. Close call here. Yeah, that could have been a bit bad for them. Also, enhanced agility. So we get a little bit of a speed boost. Also, the next Kerrigan combo is coming in. And damn, the aggression is real. And Greymane goes down right away. So him already eliminated. Razi is... Oh! Kerrigan and the triple kill against the Turkish team. Yeah, that hurt. 3-0 in kills. Big leading experience. And the Czech team coming out swinging at this point. I mean, yeah, these kids are not screwing around, are they? So definitely a bit setback for the Turkish team here. And, well, let's see how this continues, because the aggression that we're currently seeing from Kerrigan is definitely quite powerful. With also the symbiote on Abathar being available, it allows you to do a whole lot of work here, especially if it's still a 4 versus 4. Up towards the top, they're trying to go for Dehaka. Not so much. The problem is more so Tyrande here. Ooh, if they get another damage dealer in here, I think that Tyrande is having a huge problem. She shouldn't be alone on lane in any way, shape and form here. In comes the combo. Well, that doesn't... Oh, actually, did at least a little bit of damage. Down goes Sylvanas, and they're looking for the second kill. And oh my god, they're getting two. Yep, down they go. Oh my god, they killed Kenny! Oh, thank god. At least one. Greymane died too, a 1-for-3 trade. I think kills against Kenny should count at least double. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, also you have the siphoning impact and the sharpened blades taken right here, but it's 6 kills against 1 now. And yeah, the Czech Republic seems, at least in the early game, to outmatch their opponent here quite a bit. Turkey was really happy that they could field the team, so they're obviously represented now in the Nations Cup here, but this is also a bit of an experience move for them. And we'll see how... Well, again, you're definitely going to learn something here, even if you're outmatched by the opponent a bit, but maybe they can bring it back then later. But either way, let's see how much of a chance they have. I mean, they killed Kenny! That's a win, right there. The question is just simply, can they get a few more kills and maybe make a comeback? They're only a level behind. You can argue that the Czech Republic is already a level ahead. But now look at that, Abathar! Now, Abathar is already jumping into this. I have actually talked with my chat in recent ARAMs about how we are bringing Abathar into the meta and make the entire game of Heroes of the Storm a little bit more interesting. And I have a simple recommendation for Blizzard when it comes to that. Oh my god, another double kill. And shots are fired. Kerrigan with a kill in the mid lane in the meantime against Greymane. But there's a simple tweak that you can actually make to Abathar in order to bring him not only even more so into the meta, but at the same time make the entire game of Heroes of the Storm super interesting with some additional combos coming out too. I hope you guys are ready for this. So you add a third heroic ability for Abathar, or you replace Monty, which would be a little bit sad because, let's face it, the monstrosity, at least in the days of old, was always awesome. But you give Abathar a new level 10, and you call it Bitch Slap. And pretty much what it means is, if you are able to slap a target from behind and bitch slap it, you insta-kill it. You're welcome, Blizzard. Can you imagine the combos? Rhaegar with a big bite, by the way. All of a sudden, Abathar Medivh, whole new value. Abathar can tunnel on the map. Abathar Morales, stim drone on him. Slap, 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 slap. The opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, are endless. Absolutely endless. So yeah, you're welcome, Blizzard. Free advice right here. Abathar would all of a sudden have an absolute monstrous melee option as well in his kit. Talking about kits, that kit on Sylvanas is coming through really well for them. Nice lockdown against Muradin, and we're looking at 11 kills against 1. And they're going straight in for number 12. Ah, the dozen is there, and they get the bell tower too. 32 against 36 points on the core right now, and they are just crushing. That pick into Kerrigan definitely works out for them. They're running over their opponent, and that aggression that they're showcasing with that Abathar combo is absolutely awesome at this point. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, and also, again, I have to come back to my Abathar idea. I mean, mind control on Sylvanas with Abathar. You can all of a sudden speed up bloodlusted Abathar. Have you ever thought about that? You go in with Mal'Ganis, you sleep the opponent. Abathar is going in and just slaps the shit out of the opponent. Endless opportunities for memes and fun for the entire family. Also, one channel already through at the bottom. Oh, Akriloth in trouble over here, and that could be the end of Dehaka. The Ultralisk was nearly going in for the kill, but Jaina gets the channel through, and that's another 5 shots fired, and this is starting to hurt. I mean, at this point, 26 against 32 points, but the fights keep still going on. Muradin jumping out as the mule comes down. Abathar is holding on to that bell tower with the rest of the team as much as he can. Bot lane control obviously incredibly powerful and important here. And the Turkish team, they have to try and grab their own level 10. And Abathar is still soaking topside. Dehaka is the one that just runs between the lanes here and does as much as he can. But the Czech Republic is going for the kill against Tyrande again. And a lockdown against her is just a bit too strong. She's too squishy there, too far out, and gets eliminated. 13 kills against 1 now. And yeah, welcome to the Thunderdome, boys. Czech Republic, not for the first time. These players played here in competitive, and they are currently giving a little bit of a lesson over to Turkey. Turkish team has a big problem, but they have level 10. So there's finally a chance. At this point, mind control them into the death zone just to get another kill against Kenny. At least a couple of camps taken at the top. And honestly, there is a lot of pressure on them right now. As I said before, the Turkish players for the first time were able to put an entire team together to participate in Nations Cup here. So for them, this is a bit of new territory. And there's a lot of pressure and also a little bit of nerves that play a role here too. But they're currently trying and attempting to obviously stabilize here a little bit. But the aggression is ready. And Kerrigan connects the combo and the rest of the team follows up quickly. Another kill in. And they are losing more and more ground as the game continues. Great cleanse from Rhaegar. Well done by him, making sure that Kerrigan gets not locked down in any way, shape or form. Now with 26 points on the core of Turkey, another altar could drop them by another 5 if it gets taken. BRH is in a bit of trouble. Melandio is trying to get out. Greymane, and the shots are fired, and that's not the only one. More than 5. We're down to 20 now for them, since some of the pumpkins made it through too. Cursed Bullet came out too, but not enough to really grant them a kill here. And Dehaka is at this point just trying to control the lanes as much as he can, and he's actually doing a pretty decent job. Abathar is still sitting bot side, which I find interesting. I honestly expected him to soak with his body on at least one of the lanes, and initially he did, but moved to the bottom of the map now. Probably transfer towards the top when he can. There comes the sleep, the setup is there again. The problem is that Kerrigan is attacked, Chrysalis used, and the Ancestral goes through as we have a kill attempt against BRH, but they're starting to dive in a little bit deep. But pumpkins come through again, and 1 shot fired, 2 shot fired, 3 fired, 2 level lead, 32 against 17, and Kerrigan is just hungry. Kerrigan the entire time is just greeting for 1 kill after another. I mean, you can see how Reset is just looking for 1 combo after the next, trying to get it here against Muradin. Oh, and they drop him. Muradin down as Jaina connects the damage. Has nearly Ice Block ready for herself now too, as the baseline quest is about to be completed. And once that we're looking, I mean guys, seriously, once we're looking at the triple altar phase, this could actually even end. This might end there, because now it's a single altar on the map. Another 5 shots would hurt a lot, put them down to 12. Boss obviously is still up on the map as well. Dehaka the only one that hasn't died yet, by the way, on the side of the blue team. Yeah. And, well, let's see what else they can actually pull off right now. Dehaka with the enhanced agility, 95 stacks for Sylvana, so she's at least getting something out of this. 11 stacks for Muradin, make that 12, gets the dozen. But he's still a far way out when it comes to the completion of the quest itself. Another 5 shots fired, and that puts it down to 12. Abathar still muling up the bottom bell tower as much as he can, and they just have a huge problem breaking through this defense, especially since Kerrigan is just threatening 1 combo after another, and so far Reset has done a fantastic job here. The mule comes down once more. Dehaka is actually starting to slide in from behind. Look and see if he can maybe make some play there as well, but the Toxicness has already revealed his position, so that's another problem. The team is well aware of what's going on here, and here comes another lockdown. The Blizzard damage comes through, and Muradin nearly dies. The Ultralisk also part of the equation. Kerrigan goes down, and And at the same time, Elganis saves himself. Another Ancestral right there. BRH, but it's a 5 versus 4. Maybe now an opportunity to finally break through that bot lane and reclaim the bell tower. They're gonna try and make this work. But this is still tricky since they're 2 levels behind, and level 16 would be a huge power spike for the red team. But at least they got a kill. Carrigan is down. Kenny, by the way, is still alive. And they're starting to make their play. In comes the move against Jaina. Ice block is out. Bell tower attacks minions still. And the blizzard does work. Sylvana's dead and so is Greymane. They go for Muradin and he dies too. All 3 of them eliminated. Once that the minions died, there was a huge amount of damage through the bell tower alone. And now with level 16 in their hands, we see them go for the next camp. And as the triple altar phase starts, this could be the end of the game. We have pumpkins coming through the bottom of the map, and another 10 seconds until those altars are ready. Abathar already getting in position for this one too, and this is trouble for Turkey. They're gonna try, but this is nearly impossible. 3 pumpkins moving through the bottom of the map. Medo is sitting over here, and 2 alone with those pumpkins would seal the deal. 10 shots fired. They're down to 2 points, and the boss is still up. At least the defense at the bottom of the map, but 3 heroes are here. They know that too. They can go for the boss. The rotation is already started, but it's too slow. The owl confirms what they already know is happening here, and this should be the end of the game. Or is it? Because right now they're still looking for that fight, and they might actually be able to make something happen, but no, down goes the Haka. First death of him. BRH is about to get dropped too, and that's 2 down, and the rest of the team is not going to make it either. Everybody is getting eliminated. It's a full 5-man wipe as game number 1 ends with a big victory here for the Czech Republic as they take the lead in the best of 3. GG, and well played. Game number 2. Bit of a beating that Turkey received in the last game from the Czech Republic. It seems really like the game plan for the red team is more so to just apply pressure from the beginning. And on Dragonshire, this is definitely possible too. My main question is how the ban pattern of Turkey is now going to change from their perspective. I mean, are they afraid of Carrigan now? They banned Mal'Ganis out first. There's still the opportunity for the Czech Republic to play Carrigan again, to play Abathar again, but obviously there's other heroes that could fill that role too. And I'm not quite sure about the hero pool that we're having on the side of the Czech Republic, but you could also just substitute that Carrigan for maybe an Alarak, put a Zeratul into play, Tracer, especially the latter two if you have an Abathar in order to mix it up with them. So there's quite a bit that they can do with that. Rexa gets banned out, still the king of Dragonshire, of course. Super powerful hero on that map. And yeah, second ban. What are they going to get rid of? I mean, it kind of feels like it has to be either Carrigan or Abathar, right? So it's Alarak instead. I mean, again, if they ban Carrigan, there's a good chance that Alarak gets picked. The one thing that I would expect is going to happen here is that we're going to have some kind of cleanse for Turkey a little bit quicker this time. If you go into the early Toranda, one of the results is simply that the only Celestial Attunement that he gets on 16, so it's pretty late in the game. And the early game turned against them just way too quickly. Now an early Liming pick for Turkey, so they're trying to be a bit more aggressive around resets. Johanna and Junkrat for the Czech Republic. Solid setup when it comes to area of effects, damage and wave clear. So that's great for them if they try to control the lanes once more. And how's Turkey reacting to this? I mean, right now They need to shift it up from the last game. Okay, Garrosh is in. And Rhaegar. Okay. So much for that. Picking a few of the heroes away, banning some out. And there's the Ana ban. That's interesting, since they have Rhaegar already. Honestly, I think that's a brain fart right there. I mean, there's no reason, in my opinion. Like, are they really going for Rhaegar, Ana, just for the nano boost? I mean, no way. So that's a brain fart ban from the Czech Republic. Yeah, there's just no way. If they wanted Ana, they would have picked Ana already. Okay, there comes the Gul'dan ban. And let's go with that. Next two picks should actually reveal a lot from the Czech Republic. I'm still waiting for a hero for reset, which could very well come in as the last pick, to be absolutely honest with you. So yeah. There's Malf, and now I guess we're going to see offlane. Yes, no? Greymane! Reset goes for Greymane. Okay, literally looking for the resets here. Likely. But let's go. Last two picks. What's gonna happen for them? And what is Dragon gonna take? So the offlaner, I mean, two of the best off... Like, we still don't have an offlaner. Now, you banned out Shen, you also banned out Rexa. Varian! Okay! Shit just got real. What are they gonna do with that? Li Ming and Genji for the resets, but Varian for the offlane? That's gonna be more than a little bit interesting. Is that a taunt setup that they're gonna try and play with this? I mean, I would rather hope so, but I'm a little bit afraid that's probably not gonna happen. And the top lane, I mean, they're gonna lose top lane. There's so many good top laners still. Blaze, Urel, Leo, Malthael, I mean, you name it. And they're all wrecking Varian. And there's Malthael. They go for Malthael, and ooh, let's see how that top lane is gonna pan out. They have to rotate Genji over several times in order to put additional pressure onto Malthael, or they're gonna be in trouble. Dragonshire, ladies and gentlemen, the lead for the Czech Republic against Turkey. Let's see if they can make it a 2-0 victory, or if Turkey fights back in this one. Game number 2! In blue once again, the Turkish players with Melandi on Genji, Totalizer on Rhaegar, Akruloth on Varian, Razil on Li Ming, and we see BRH on Garrosh. On the right side though, the Czech Republic with Dragon on Malthael, Kenny on Johanna, Mado on Malfurion, Rhythmix on Junkrat, and Reset on Greymane. And I'm a little bit worried for the blue team because their wave clear is, well, let's call it abysmal. At least compared to what the Czech Republic is currently putting into this game. So this is going to be rough, I would say. Especially if the Czech Republic has any kind of macro awareness, which I would assume they do, since they played a pretty solid match on Towers of Doom. Interestingly enough, Ether Walk on level 1 for Li Ming. Okay, so might see a couple of adjustments here. Varian in particular is interesting me because I want to know what he's going to do. And especially Genji has, as I said in the draft, I mean, he just has to rotate up every now and then to help out here. Or Varian is going to get wrecked in the long run, just on the wave clear department. Yeah, Reset is already looking for some damage here, and Junkrat is also controlling the space as much as he can. The main wave clear, honestly, for the blue team at this point is Rhaegar with the lightning screen, and I would assume. I mean, we'll see how it pans out for them. They're obviously looking for some kills, but I feel like a lot of the heroes in the comp, they have a bit of a lack of synergy and struggle on Dragonshire. There's obviously a double reset factor through Swift Strike, Genji, and on the other hand, Li Ming, but it's going to be tough for them to really put that into play. Now, with 1 minute in and the camps appearing on the map, Greymane and Malfurion are immediately on the point, as is Rhaegar together with Genji, so that at least helps for now. And yeah, both teams are going for 1 Siege Giant camp, so that already works for them. Junkrat is trying to control this at the bottom of the map as much as he's able to. And with this, the first objective spawns. Alright, so let's get ready and see if someone can maybe sneak in an early Dragon Knight. Top side, Varian is going up against Malthael as expected. Nobody's rotating in for that. Genji instead is heading towards the bottom of the map to make this a 4 versus 4 for now. He's trying to poke away a little bit. Garrosh is doing some work against the Siege Giants, I like it. Alright, flips one in. That was an easy one. And with that we also have, on level 1 by the way, the Agile Dismount. And Varian has claimed the top and goes Taunt. Alrighty, so Taunt Varian setting up potential kills for Li Ming. And on top of that, we have the Strangling Vines against Rhaegar, trying to deny the Ancestrals as much as he possibly can. So, let's see. Now, a bit of an aggression. The good lockdown against Garrosh. Don't think that leads necessarily to a kill, but still. And as it happens, we're seeing Malthael claiming a camp, so he's going to try to get a... I'm not quite sure if he can jump in there. With the double control on the shrines, they have to literally wait and see that nobody's claiming this. But once that Malthael has that taken, that top pressure is going to become a problem. Varian going up against Reset. Needs to be a bit careful, especially if someone rotates in, but I don't think there's a chance that he's going to grab that, especially since Malthael has started to go to the top to reclaim the shrine. But at least the early game is going a lot better now for Turkey than it did in Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom, they lost 3-4 heroes in the early stages of the game, and that was a massive problem. But now the situation starts to shift a little bit, since it's the red team that is threatening the DK. And up towards the top, yeah, now you are in trouble, Varian. Because what are you going to do? Hold this, defend here? I mean, either way, it's going to be a loss for them. Talking about losses, it seems like they're going to lose Genji. Yep. Greymane comes in and gets the kill. Reset quickly making a name for himself as the player on the Czech Republic. Kerrigan performance top-notch in game number 1 and now starting to play around with Greymane. And that pressure topside is destroying a huge part of that wall now too. So that's an issue, especially since Varian is also threatened. And Varian just can't, I mean, he can't do anything against Malthael right now. Oh, that was unfortunate. Bad timing for that move. And down he goes. The second kill is in, and Greymane is looking to go straight onto those structures now as well. Rotation at least coming through. Genji comes in for the kill, and he doesn't get it. Instead, Greymane picks up another one. Actually, it's the damage from Malthael with the damage over time that makes it happen. But Reset can't stop, won't stop, as he goes in for another kill. Doesn't get it, but Malfurion has picked up the Dragonite in the middle of the map. And now things are starting to crumble. This is how the cookie crumbles, boys and girls. 3 kills against 0, level lead nearly. And there we have it. Dragonite with value in the middle, obviously still early on in the game, so it's not really going to be quite as powerful as it could be later on. Level 10 abilities are still a level away for them, but Last Rites is going to threaten Varian even more. And in comes the Dragonite bot side, trying to break through wall number 2. Yeah, well, there we have it. 3 kills against 0, more than a level ahead, breaking through the structures, being really tricky for them. Level 7 abilities now also with the Calamity. Dodge, Shuriken Mastery, and Agile Dismount. Not quite the build that I really expected here. I mean, I honestly was expecting more of a Swift Strike setup just in general. But, yep. Now once again, push at the bottom of the map. That Dragonite is actually played through really well. And they get a kill against Garrosh. Dragonite not YOLO'd into structures at all. They wait out the duration, they get as much as they can. The early level 10, Last Rites is in. And they are actually straight going in for the camp that has now appeared too. 4 kills against 0. Malfurion, Twilight Dream over Tranquility, which we see at the higher level a lot. Not exclusively though, I might add, so yeah, don't want to make the wrong impression here. Definitely both viable. Kenny at the front still going around, but they have the Siege Shines now. See, both, by the way. Siege Shines on the right side were taken too. Greymane moved in for that. And up towards the top, still the setup against level 10 abilities. I mean, have fun with that. Varian is going to have trouble here. So, yeah, down to the bottom of the map. There we go. We are currently having the setup against the fort itself, and I honestly don't think that they can hold this one, especially since it's already a huge problem for Garrosh to stay alive in the first place. He's down, Li Ming was nearly killed and can't poke her head out, or that Blessed Shield is going to rip her apart. That's the fort eliminated, and finally level 10 abilities are in for the Turkish team, but they are really hurting right now. They have the Ancestral. Now obviously the Strangling Mines could be a problem if Malfurion times that properly, but camps are taken all over the place now by the Czech Republic, and they have established map control. They're ruthlessly using it. There's 10 stacks on the Wizened Duelist for Greymane. Reset is doing a great job with that, and that increases his damage output obviously even more. He's already sitting at 15,000 damage, top damage in the game. Followed by Junkrat on 13k. Li Ming moving away at the bottom of the map. In the middle they have trouble too. Okay, there's the flip at least against Greymane. That might be a kill. Fort helps out a little bit, but they're turning it around against Garrosh, and that's another kill against the front line. He is getting absolutely murdered whenever he pokes his head out. 4 kills against him already. Varian is trying to hold the top control, but here at the bottom of the map, with the help of the camp that they took just previously, that night camp is helping them to shred the entire wall. I mean, they're already putting some pressure onto the keep itself. This is massive damage. And they are nearly on level 13. I mean, with the spell aura, the spell shield aura, they can still do damage against the keep. Can you imagine what they are going to pull off with the next Dragonite when they grab that? Level 13 talents are there. And they push this one out to nearly 50% HP. As long as a few minions are still there, they get even more damage in. There's even a catapult that they can rely upon. This is easy 50% damage, and he gets the solo kill against Varian topside now too, and that's also the first stack for last rites. Oh boy, this is rough. This is rough. Turkey literally being taught a lesson here. But again, first steps here for the team on a Nations Cup level on competitive, so that's at least worth something. Li Ming goes down. And yeah, as I said in game number 1, welcome to the Thunderdome, boys. Garrosh dies, the Dragonite is on the way, and guys, we might be looking at Core here. They get another kill, it's 10 against 0 in kills. And in comes the Dragonite, and that keep is already gone. It's only 8 minutes and 40 seconds into the game, but we might literally look at an end here. There's 13 seconds on Rhaegar, 6 on Garrosh. They move in, and who's going to stop them at this point? The Dragonite is already on the point. Varian is trying to rush away. They're starting to take the shields down, and this is a very, very quick best-of-3 series. The Czech Republic not wasting any time. They take it, and they grab the 2-0 victory against Turkey on Dragonshire. GG and well played. Impressive performance here by the Czech Republic. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.